Don't think we could have picked or found a better spot. Gotta be a bit careful though. Crazy, crazy, crazy drop off. Today we're in Switzerland. I would say it's kind of perfect hiking weather. About 10 degrees, cloudy, a little bit of drizzle, so you're not roasting. Really love that. So I'm here today with Linda as well. We're going to be going on a 2-day trip in the Swiss Alps. I'm really looking forward to it. So we're coming up above the tree line now. Rain's definitely coming down a little bit harder, but still super manageable. Plan is sort of go up this valley here and we'll be setting up camp, or at least reaching the campsite pretty soon. We're already at 1800 meters, so we can already set up our campsites pretty soon. Found this nice little spot out of the rain. Just taking a nice little break, taking it easy. Definitely coming down a bit harder than earlier, so yeah, nice to have a little chill spot. Looks like it could be very cozy in the winter here. Also, as you can probably tell, the rain has stopped, so that was really nice. It just stopped just after we left where we rested for a bit, so perfect timing. So just came down from where we chilled down here, and now we're going to start heading up into the mountains over there. Camping spot should come up pretty soon, actually. It's not too much longer, and all this is going to clear up. I think tonight is going to be a really beautiful starry night. Man, those marmots are actually pretty cool. I've never seen one in real life, so it was pretty interesting to see one up close. Didn't get to film it actually, but there was a bunch of them just running around, like maybe 3 or even 4. So that was really, really cool. But yeah, we just came up from up here along this trail here, and now we're heading up basically to that waterfall over there. Over there, there should be a little lake that we hope to camp at. Otherwise, I see a bunch of other great spots that should be no problem for the tent. So it's looking really good. Got some cloud cover moving in right now. So got the tent all set up. We found a really, 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 really cool spot for tonight. So just give you a quick look outside real quick. It's not too bad. Can't wait to see the sunset tonight. Should be really, really, really dope. So here is the campsite for the night. Don't think we could have picked or found a better spot. Maybe not as amazing as the glacier I stayed on, but it's pretty damn close. The coolest thing about this spot is the drop off right here. So the lake is just around this corner, the one we first intended on camping at, but we saw this place and we thought, really, wow, this is incredible. So gotta be a bit careful though. Quite some drops around the place. Now it's time to cook up some dinner. Hell yeah. Mix. Gonna cook up some tea now. Dinner was really good. Linda cooked up a really great meal. But after that we were all pretty tired, so we just kind of chilled in our tents. And now we're gonna head to sleep pretty soon. So tomorrow should be really clear conditions. The sunrise should be really beautiful. So I'm pretty excited for the morning. Today was really good, even with the rain and stuff. It was still really enjoyable. So I'm gonna drink my tea and then head to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So good morning. Last night was okay. The sleeping bag kind of let me down a bit. It was just letting just a little bit of cold air in. So it kind of made it a bit uncomfortable, but I definitely got some sleep. We slept in quite late. It's like 9:30 now, so I definitely got enough sleep, but it was a bit uncomfortable in the middle of the night. I went to bed about 10, so I definitely got my hours in, but yeah, it is what it is. Should be a beautiful day. Really looking forward to today. No wind, clear skies, so, and a lot warmer tonight, so that should also help with my sleeping bag situation. So gonna enjoy my morning coffee, get some breakfast going, then we're gonna pack everything up and head out of here.
Hi, I burnt my porridge again.
I burnt my porridge again. Somehow, I don't know, I really thought it was going much better this time. I had it on like a lower heat and I was like right next to it, stirring it, but I smelled like a tiny bit of smoke and I was like, okay, it's starting to burn. But when I went to taste it, it tasted absolutely disgusting again. So yeah, that's kind of a shame. But lesson learned. I'm gonna boil the water first and then put the porridge in. So it should be fine then. I don't know how many times I need to burn porridge to learn how to make it, but apparently it's a couple. Even though I burnt my breakfast, Linda was kind enough to give me some bread and peanut butter, and then I'm gonna add some banana onto that. So it's actually, I would say, even better than the porridge I had planned for my breakfast. So. No. Time to say goodbye to the camp spot. Was really a great one. Next we gotta go up here, past this ridge here. Then we're gonna actually go down a bit into a hut, and then we're gonna go back up. Some really interesting rock formations over here. Super wavy. I think it's like slate or something. Yeah, pretty cool. So, just leaving the hut behind us there. Of course, I had to get an alcohol-free beer. That's always a non-negotiable. Always such a nice thing to have when you're been walking for a couple of hours. So, super nice. He's just hanging out, chilling in the stream. Lucky guy. Just came out of the valley where the hut was over there, and now we're heading up in this direction. I think we're going to be heading over pretty much that ridge, and then down from there towards the campsite. So next we're going to be heading over that ridge there, and then we should have a pretty steep descent. Much prefer a steep descent than a steep ascent, so should be okay and shouldn't take too long actually. So, and after that bit then should be the campsite. One last break before we head down to where we want to camp. We made it onto the highest point. Just came down from this direction here. Chilled at this lake. Had a bit of a break. And now starts the very, very steep part just over this ridge here. Just came down from here now. And we just arrived at the steep bit. But we decided today we're not gonna go down there, and we're actually going to set up camp here. We were walking by this place and we really thought, wow, this is an amazing camp spot. So let me just show you what we're kind of dealing with over here. First, you got some great water access right here, then some nice flat spots over here. I'm gonna set up my tent right there. And now for the star of the show. Look at that. Crazy, crazy, crazy drop off. So you see what I mean when I say it's the steep part. Another reason why we chose this spot is you can see down here there's actually some horses down there. Now it's no problem I think to walk by them and see them. It would be pretty cool to be honest, but sleeping next to them, I don't know, it could cause some issues, and maybe the farmer or the person that takes care of them doesn't want us to be camping down there, so we're gonna steer clear of there. So seems like this is the best pick for tonight. So got the tent all set up. Now it's time to cook some food. He's burned, I'm never cooking again. So on tonight's menu we got some udon noodles with a peanut sauce and some kind of spicy sauce as well. So really looking forward to this. Good morning.
It's a really beautiful morning here, super calm, super nice weather. I was a bit uncomfortable again. The sleeping bag was just a little bit too cold, so I felt just cold enough where it's a bit uncomfortable and annoying. So yeah, I think a new sleeping bag is really needed because it doesn't ruin trips or anything, but it just makes them uncomfortable. So I think it's pretty important at this stage. So it's about 8 a.m., a little bit earlier than we got up yesterday. We're gonna try and pack away our stuff quickly, eat our breakfast, and then head down this really steep bit and finish off this trip today. So we have about 3 or 4 hours ahead of us of hiking, which should be pretty easy going once we're past the steep bit. Last night the stars were actually insane. I might put some pictures of that on the screen now. So we actually decided we're gonna hike down a little bit, just so we can be in the sun and kind of eat our breakfast. So what I'm gonna do is just have my coffee here now, pack away the tent, and then we're gonna hike down just a bit where the sun is a bit more. So just as I finished packing up my tent, the sun came out. So we're actually gonna just eat our breakfast here. So the porridge went a lot better this time. I guess third time is the charm. I got some, obviously, the porridge in here, some banana, peanut butter, cocoa powder, coconut powder, and some sugar. So this is looking like it's going to be a really, really great breakfast. So just finished our breakfast, got everything packed away, so time to head down into the steeper bit. Quite curious how this is going to go, but should be short-ish, so shouldn't be too terrible. So just came off the steep bit. That was pretty steep. I took a couple of tumbles, but nothing serious at all. Yeah, it took us about an hour to get down, longer than we thought, but yeah, it was no joke, so I'm glad we took our time and just headed down at like a safe pace. Now we gotta go through this valley. Should be a lot easier. Linda just shocked herself on the electric fence. Ow.
So as you can probably tell, we're dropping below the tree line pretty quick. So it's pretty short distance now to the village where we're going to take the train from, and then head back home. Anyways guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.